The Ten Commandments. A comprehensive exploration. The Ten Commandments are among the most influential moral and legal codes in history. They are found in the Bible, specifically in the books of Exodus 20:1-17 and Deuteronomy 5:4-21. According to biblical tradition, they were given by God to Moses on Mount Sinai, serving as the foundation for ethical living and spiritual devotion. These commandments have shaped religious beliefs, laws, and cultures worldwide. Historical context. The Ten Commandments were given to the Israelites after their escape from Egypt, an event known as the Exodus. The Israelites had been enslaved in Egypt for centuries, and after their miraculous deliverance under Moses' leadership, they were led into the wilderness. At Mount Sinai, God established a covenant with them, making them His chosen people. The commandments were the core moral and religious laws given to guide them. The Ten Commandments explained. 1. You shall have no other gods before me. This commandment establishes monotheism, a defining feature of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. It prohibits worshiping idols, false gods, or deities, emphasizing that God alone is supreme. This command challenges human tendencies to elevate material possessions, power, or people to divine status. 2. You shall not make for yourself a carved image. This commandment forbids idolatry, meaning the worship of statues, images, or anything created by human hands as divine. In ancient times, many nations worshipped gods represented by idols, but God commanded Israel to remain distinct, worshiping only Him. This command also warns against creating representations of God that might limit His majesty. 3. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. This commandment prohibits using God's name disrespectfully or carelessly. It applies to profanity, false oaths, or casual, irreverent mentions of God's name. In many cultures, names are sacred, and this law underscores the importance of respecting the divine. 4. Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. The Sabbath, seventh day of the week, was set apart as a day of rest and worship. God Himself rested on the seventh day after creating the world. Genesis 2:2-3. This commandment promotes spiritual reflection, rest, and a break from daily labor. In Judaism, the Sabbath is observed from Friday evening to Saturday evening, while Christians typically observe Sunday as the Lord's Day. 5. Honor your father and your mother. This commandment emphasizes family values, respect for parents, and intergenerational harmony. Honoring parents includes obedience, care, and showing gratitude. In a broader sense, it reflects the importance of respecting elders and those in authority. 6. You shall not murder. This commandment prohibits unjust killing. It upholds the sanctity of life, teaching that all humans are created in God's image. Genesis 1:27. While the commandment condemns murder, it does not necessarily forbid all killing, e.g., self-defense or war in some contexts. Jesus later expanded this teaching, emphasizing that hatred in the heart is also sinful. Matthew 5:21-22. 7. You shall not commit adultery. This commandment upholds marital faithfulness and sexual purity. Adultery, engaging in sexual relations outside of marriage, was considered a severe betrayal. In a broader sense, this commandment warns against lust, betrayal, and the destruction of family unity. Jesus later taught that even lustful thoughts are sinful. Matthew 5:27-28. 8. You shall not steal. This commandment forbids taking anything that does not belong to you. It encompasses theft, fraud, deception, and dishonesty in business. It emphasizes the principles of justice, integrity, and respect for others' property. 9. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. This commandment calls for honesty and truthfulness, especially in legal matters. Bearing false witness includes lying, slander, perjury, and spreading false rumors. Truthfulness is a fundamental pillar of justice and society. 10. You shall not covet. This commandment warns against envy and excessive desire for what belongs to others, whether possessions, relationships, or status. Covetousness leads to discontent, greed, and conflict. Instead, people are encouraged to cultivate gratitude and contentment. Significance and interpretation. The Ten Commandments serve as a moral compass, guiding individuals and societies toward righteousness. They are divided into two categories. The first four commandments focus on our relationship with God. They emphasize worship, reverence, and spiritual devotion. The last six commandments focus on our relationship with others, promoting justice, love, and ethical conduct. The commandments in Christianity. In the New Testament, Jesus summarized the commandments into two great commandments. 1. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind. Matthew 22:37. 2. Love your neighbor as yourself. Matthew 22:39. Jesus did not abolish the commandments, but fulfilled them, teaching that their true essence is love. The commandments in Judaism. For Jews, the Ten Commandments are part of the Torah, the law. They are central to Jewish ethics and are read during synagogue services, particularly on Shavuot, the festival commemorating the giving of the law. The commandments in Islam. While Islam does not have an identical set of 10 commandments, many of these principles align with Islamic teachings in the Quran and Hadith. Relevance today. Despite being thousands of years old, the 10 commandments remain highly relevant. They provide a moral foundation for ethical behavior in personal life, legal systems, and societies worldwide. In law and governance, many legal systems incorporate commandments like prohibitions against murder, theft, and perjury. In personal life, the commandments guide individuals toward faithfulness, honesty, and respect for others. In relationships, they foster family unity, community harmony, and a sense of justice. Challenges in modern society. Some people argue that the 10 Commandments are outdated, while others see them as eternal moral truths. In secular societies, discussions about the separation of church and state sometimes arise regarding displaying the commandments in public spaces. Conclusion. The 10 Commandments remain one of the most significant moral codes in history. They teach us about faith, respect, honesty, and justice. Whether viewed religiously or ethically, their influence continues to shape human behavior and civilization. By following these principles, individuals can lead righteous, fulfilling, and meaningful lives, promoting harmony in both personal relationships and society at large.